Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Glad to see everyone on here. Hello, Miss Fran. Glad to see you on there. Oh, I'm so glad to see everyone popping on here tonight. I don't know if y'all saw my TikTok I posted earlier about tonight is just everyone live. Tomorrow night is hello, Nevada. Tomorrow night is subscription, and the next week I'm doing something different. I'm going to go live, and I don't know if y'all saw this, 7 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm going to do like a guided meditation each morning to get everyone's day off. So it's not going to be in my normal. I won't be reading people. We'll be just doing a guided meditation for the subscription people. And yes, other people will be able to see it, but I will be seeing, like if someone has quick questions, not psychic or anything, or they just have discussions they want, then I will be able to see those. So, Fran, you got to be the sweetest. Thank you. And so I did warn everyone on my TikTok that when I go live, when I'm doing that meditation at 7 o'clock in the morning, this is not the Christy you get. You're going to get the post-workout, hair pulled back, no makeup, and sweaty Christy. So, hello, Callie. I was just in California this weekend. I was in Santa Monica. I'm working it was run. I was working as a working girl in Santa Monica this weekend. It was fun though. It was fun work. All right. So look, everyone is joining me. Just so, hello, Texas. Texas in the house. All right. So for those that, you're sweet, Fran. Join me, Fran, at Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 7 in the morning, and you will see. I don't know. Okay, so if you've never been on one of my lives before, you put the name of the person you want read in the comments. There's energy attached to names, and so it just makes lives go faster. If you come to me for a one-on-one, I don't ask. Well, you can tell me who you want, but I typically don't ask. I just do the nay-nay. I don't know the nay-nay. I know it's a dance, but I don't know it. Do you know the nay-nay? I don't know the nay-nay. Do not know it. Someone should do it and tag me in it. Thank you, Mommy. 223. You're so sweet. All right. Who we got?
First person, Jamie. Her daddy, Steve.
All right. So here we go. About to try to pull up Steve for Jamie, her dad. And y'all know the drill. Please confirm that who I am describing fits who you want to talk to. Because just because I'm asking for that person does not mean that they are the ones stepping up. All right, Jamie, trying to pull up your dad, Steve. So I am hearing, first thing when he stepped up, yes, lots of descriptions coming here, but first I'm hearing, of course, I'm sure his name was Stephen, that makes sense, but I was hearing like a Stephen Paul, like I can hear someone being angry at him and using his middle name. So that was the first thing he showed me. He's also showing his hair color is about my color. Kind of brown, but when he's in the light, it has a reddish tint to it. He is showing me, he was really enjoying like that 80s style. Sorry, I was trying to figure something out. Also, he's showing me that he smoked for a long time. He had quit by the end of his life, but he did smoke for a long time. And he's making the back of my head hurt. So did your dad get headaches? He's just making my head hurt right here. He's also showing me that he was actually a guy who listened. He listened to what you were saying. He didn't jump to conclusions. He knew everyone had a story, and he really wanted to hear everyone's side of the story before he would, offer an opinion. Has Jamie piped in yet?
Not. Oh, there she is. Yes, he had tumors in his head.
Okay. Okay, good. You know what, Jamie? I was about to say very good, and I've got to stop saying that because I feel bad. I'll say, oh yeah. I'm getting a headache, and you said he had tumors in his head, and I was about to say very good, and it makes it sound bad, like very good. He had tumors in his head, and I was like, no, I don't mean that. I mean very good. The information was correct, and then instead I said good, like that was even any better. You know what I mean, right, Jamie? I'm just confirming good that the information was correct.
He smoked for years.
Your dad is telling me that he's like, girl, you're taking yourself way too seriously. Which makes so much sense that your dad was, he had a sense of humor. Like the way spirits communicate with me really says something about their personality. It's so funny. Because when I'm up here, he's basically saying, you take yourself way too seriously. He says everyone's taking themselves way too seriously. That's a cute little doggy. Your dad is actually telling me there's a dog over there with him. He says, I have the dog. And it's not the dog's name. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Carpenter. I love it when people say that. She says my light shines. This is not the dog's name, but he's like, I have the Fido. Like that was just his normal name for dogs. It's not like that was it, but it's a medium-sized brown dog. And this dog has long hair, and I don't know what it is lately. Someone interviewed me for a podcast the other day. I've known her for a long time. Her name is Picasso. And I was teasing her. You see, this is what I get because we were bringing in spirits. And she's like, oh my goodness, spirits just make my nose run. I was like, really, Picasso? I was completely teasing her. And now I started reading my nose run. You see, spirits getting me because I was teasing Picasso. So, Jimmy, your dad's talking about just how much he enjoyed you. Like, he enjoyed being your dad. And I know everyone's probably saying, really? Of course he did. No. Even on earth, he enjoyed being your dad. He enjoyed your company. He enjoyed talking to you. He enjoyed hearing your opinion. And y'all did not always see eye to eye. He is making that very clear that y'all would butt heads sometimes, but he very much enjoyed your opinion and he enjoyed your spirit. And sometimes he would actually kind of rib you just to get your spirit going, is what he's saying. So your dad very much enjoyed your spirit. He was very much enjoying just your personality, and he was enjoying your zest for life. Oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you for this September. Also, thank you, Jamie, for letting me read your dad. He, a nice guy, a really nice guy. Yes, what'd she say? Yes, he had 5 girls or something like that. Yes, he had, oh my goodness, 5 girls. We have 3. I don't know how you serve 5. Good grief. And all my girls are so very different. Okay. Someone asked on here, I want to address a couple of things I saw flying by. Some of these are spirit-led. What happens is I will do a spirit-led one, and then my moderator will choose a name. I will do a spirit-led, and my moderator will choose a name. Thank you, Mama. I see you, Mama Kate, for using one of my emotes. I don't know if, for those of you who are subscription people, tomorrow I'm going live for...
He was the best, and he passed this past December, I think she said. And thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And then also, I will not direct message anyone. I have a couple of things coming up. I have a advanced mediumship class that starts next week, and advanced is just the second. It's not extremely advanced. You just have to have done something. You have to have read cards. You have to have at least brought through spirits for friends, something like that. You have to be familiar with bringing through a spirit. It's only if you've done it. I see someone said I was freezing. I saw I lost my internet connection briefly. It looks like it's reconnected, so hopefully I'm back up and running, and we should be good for the rest of the night. So that starts next week. And then I also have an angel class coming up in October. I have a book study coming up, which I'm really excited about. Every time I start talking about the books, here it is. I try to keep it close. It's Transforming the Living Legacy of Trauma. We are going to do, this is a lunchtime book study. We're going to read a chapter and then answer the questions at the end. So you have to register for it and then also do the book. Someone did ask if I will be bringing through any spirits, like if I will be reading during that time. It is not my plan, but gosh darn, I just can't go anywhere without bringing through a spirit. Okay. Someone said on here, and I caught it, whenever I'm just happen to be looking and something catches my attention, I know I'm being drawn to it. Someone said they got their dream job and they're feeling meh about it. So sometimes when we are feeling meh about something that we really wanted, it was something that was not really aligned with our soul and what our purpose was on earth. And that's happened to me several times over my lifetime. I've had some really kick-ass jobs that were good, and they just didn't feed my soul. And that's probably what it is. And I stayed in those jobs. Sometimes we have to have a job. Sometimes you have to have a job, you have to pay the bills, and it's not necessarily feeding your soul, but you're going to learn something from preparing you to kick off to the next one. It wasn't a bad decision, but just be prepared and antennas open to open up to the next job. Okay, instantly when I looked to the other side, I was hearing Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry grew up in the South, and I'm talking deep South. It was like it was like Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, one of those. Someone's been on here before. Oh, that was Christy's moderator. He changed his name. I don't know how he even did that. Got skills. All right. He's from the deep South. He hunted in his younger years. As he got older and got, I could go with Georgia, because what I saw, I got a feeling of the deep South, and I saw beautiful trees. So I could go somewhere. I could go Georgia, not Virginia. This is not Virginia. We're talking deep South. Okay, Uncle Larry. This guy hunted in his younger years. As he got older, he did not. He had either a front porch or a back porch that he sat on, because he's showing me sitting outside in a rocking chair. They had rocking chairs on one of their porches. He had friends that it's either peanuts or sunflower seeds. And because he shows me like throwing the hulls. I think it's sunflower seeds that he ate. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Someone said their dad's middle name was Larry. I might could take that if everything else absolutely fit as 100% accuracy. I heard Uncle Larry. I'm feeling deep South, but I could take Georgia. I do consider Georgia deep South, not Florida. No Florida. He had a rocking chair either on his front or back porch, because he's showing me sitting in a rocking chair and it's on a porch. Also, sunflower seeds. I'm seeing him eating sunflower seeds and spitting them. Does this sound like anyone? Hello, Katie Marie. Welcome. So if it is yours, please put yes in the comments.
Explain feeding the medium.
So my moderator just said feeding the medium. So what if I live in Georgia and all the things fit? He was from the Northwest. I could take it, Miss Caitlin Parker.
I got another one. My Uncle Larry from Oregon. Lots of trees.
Okay.
From the Northwest.
Okay.
Always be original says yes.
Always be original says yes. I was asking for more information. We were getting too many yeses, so I had to nail it. I was about to get some more information. And when I said, yeah, no, these sunflower seeds are very prevalent. And I always ask Spirit to give me something that is going to like seal the deal for them, and that was the sunflower seeds for him.
Her name is Bobby.
Also, he makes me want to cough, like, like he had breathing, coughing problems towards the end of his life. This was Bobby.
Her name is Bobby.
Miss Bobby claimed him. Okay, but I do want to address, because my moderator said feeding the medium. That's very important, whether you go for a one-on-one reading, whether you're in a live. Once you ask me a question, I cannot then take the information from the Spirit, because then I'm in my head. So if you say, I don't know, Did he drive a red truck? Well, then that's all I can see is a red truck, and I want to say yes. So it makes the information not authentic. So, like once you're given information, then yes, you can explain it. But, like, oh, he had lung cancer. Is that what she's?
That's not the right.
Oh, that's not the right one. It's not Bobby.
Original.
Always original. All right. All right. What you got for me, Uncle Larry? Uncle Larry is stepping forward, and Bobby, I don't know if you know what this he's talking about. He's talking about this. Y'all's family has kind of spread out. Y'all used to be congregated in one area, and be like more tight knit. And y'all have kind of spread out. And he's talking about how the family doesn't know. Like, there's pieces of y'all that still talk to each other, but y'all used to be a lot more, I'm sorry. I just want everyone to know watching here, y'all are officially a charlatan. Someone on here just called us, all of us charlatans. You want to start a charlatan club? I'll be president. All right. So he was just talking about...
Yes, from Midwest to West Coast.
Okay, very good. Thank you for confirming that spread out information. And he understands it, and he's glad everyone has like gone on to live their best lives, but also it makes him kind of sad that y'all aren't as close-knit and keep up with everyone like y'all used to, because everyone used to live in like this, I'm feeling, a town and the surrounding little towns.
And the family doesn't always talk as much as they should.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's hard when you start getting spread out across the United States. It's very difficult to keep in touch and keep those family ties. He's saying how happy he is, though. Like, that gives him a little bit of melancholy, but how happy he is that everyone has gone on. Like, y'all, your family, I mean, y'all are doing some great things. Y'all are good people. And he's talking about how happy he is about that portion of it. And he is also talking about that you, Bobby, have, you are very open-hearted. Like, you love your family. You've created family from friends, and just how happy he is that you have continued the legacy of including and loving on and loving. So thank you, Bobby, for letting me read your Uncle Larry. He was good. He came up very good, especially with the information, because I was like, be specific when he stepped up. So I appreciate him stepping up and giving such fabulous information. He did a good job, and you did a good job confirming. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Melissa says her dentist unalived himself this past Thursday.
I saw that earlier.
That's so sad, Melissa. I don't know if he's just your dentist, though. I don't know if he could give me enough information to confirm. I'm feeling there was, yeah. I don't know, Melissa. I'm feeling there was some, how do I put this? Family problems, like between him and his wife, that involve people outside of the relationship. Also, I know that everyone thinks like dentists and doctors, they make a lot of money. He did make a lot of money, but I'm feeling like his lifestyle needed a lot of money to support himself. And I always think it's so sad though, people spend that kind of money on school, and they do that. He also left children behind. I'm seeing 3. Or is that 4? All right. You know, I'm also feeling like, Melissa, that this was one of those things that was just like, it wasn't planned out. Sometimes I'll bring through people who have that have been responsible for their own passing, and it would have been a planned out thing. This, I'm feeling that
3 kids.
3. This reason I was like, or 4, and then I stopped. That 4th one feels like it was a miscarriage. This was just spur of the moment. Like, it wasn't something he had planned out. It was just like, I'm feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders, and that he just, spur of the moment, I can't take it. There was an argument, disagreement, and it was just icing on the cake. That wasn't what caused it, but it was just so much pressure, the business, the family, and I just feel like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions, and it was just too much for him. It wasn't something he planned to do. It was just a spur of the moment decision. He was a nice looking man too. Very kind-hearted. Very kind-hearted. That's so sad. Okay, what you got for me?
He didn't do this on purpose, Danielle. Her father, Steve.
He said he didn't do this on purpose. He's lying. All right, Danielle, your dad, Steve. Your father, Steve. I'm a moderator, I didn't do this on purpose. He's fibbing. He's a big old fibberhead. All right. All right. Now, you know how this goes. Confirm or deny. If it's not your spirit, please just say so. And I'm not convinced it is. Probably because now in my head, because the last person was
There's another stepdad, Steve.
was Steve. And okay, this guy is showing me, he came riding up on a horse. You can't make this stuff up. And he was a very adept at horses. You can tell just the way he came up and stopped that horse, and it kind of like skidded to the side, and the horse's rear end came around. He's very comfortable on it. And the way he jumped down off of it was huge. He's also showing me that at some point in this guy's life, I'm not convinced this is yours, Miss Danielle, so please, if it's not yours, don't feel bad. Just say, no, not my spirit, and we'll figure out who he belongs to. Also, at some point, he was hurt riding horses. Your dentist owned a horse farm? Are you kidding me? Okay. This might be your, not him. All right. I didn't feel like it was him. I wonder if that's that dentist. Oh my goodness. So for those of you listening, you know, I was talking to someone about their dentist who had taken their own life, and the next spirit I come up is riding a horse, and
She's totally serious.
Lord have mercy. All right.
Wow.
You can't make this crap up now, can you? All right, so we're going to see. You're not funny, dude. Okay. I want you to switch out, please. You know, he is right, because I was a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know why, reading him. Probably because, you know, honestly, you know, you're not extremely connected to him. And so I was a little bit uncomfortable reading through information, but I just felt led to do that. And the whole time I'm like, I don't know. I gave her a little bit of information. She confirmed what I gave her, but I just don't know. And so as I was like, dude, you're not funny, he said, I know you wanted more confirmation. And he's right. I did want more confirmation. So I do appreciate you doing that for me, Mr. Dentist dude. And he did have some beautiful teeth. Lord have mercy, this man's teeth. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to pull up the next guy. So Danielle, let's see if this next person is your dad, Steve. Since we had this dentist kind of like capture our reading. Okay, so the gentleman stepping up that I said, Danielle's dad, Steve, didn't do animal. I mean, he did like dogs and things, but he was not someone who was into horses and cattle and all of that. He also was just a really good guy. He was more an analytical. So was your dad, Danielle, was your dad, Steve, a analytical? Was he someone who was really thoughtful? He read a lot. He, oh, wait a minute. Oh. Has she confirmed or not?
Not yet.
Oh, you're welcome, Melissa. You're welcome, welcome. It's very tragic. I mean, you can tell this guy was just a really good guy. Just so nice. All right.
Yes, she said yes.
All right, Miss Danielle. Very good. So Danielle has confirmed that we have her dad, and if y'all have watched me read enough, that does. I mean, I saw. Thank you all for confirming, trying to keep me in line, and good luck trying to keep me in line. It's like squirrel. So for those of you watching, what happened is not unusual where I kind of want more information. Another spirit will hang back and let another one give information. So thank you, Danielle, for hanging out. And thank you for your dad, Steve, who was very good and very kind with doing that. Your dad was just a kind guy, very analytical. He liked being informed. I feel like I kind of want to debate with him, and not in a bad way, but he's someone who you could really explore different aspects of a subject, and he would not get angry. He would allow people to have their own opinion. He is also showing me, I'm not sure what it looks like a newspaper. Was your dad a newspaper reader? And he's also showing me reading it with glasses. And he is having a very specific way of sitting at a table. He has eyeglasses on. He has a newspaper, and when he's sitting up, and his ankles are kind of crossed under.
Yes.
Very good. Are kind of crossed under the table. And he's sitting around. I know that you've already said yes, and he's confirmed, but I don't know why he wants to mention that he's sitting around in a white T-shirt. So he would have absolutely sat around in a white T-shirt until he left the house. You know, those people who have the white T-shirts on, that's what they're hanging out in the house. And then before they leave the house, they put their clothes on, or their shirt on. He said, I had clothes on. I know, I misspoke. Put his shirt on. Danielle, he's also talking to me about, did you quit school? Danielle, did you not finish your degree? Because you know what your daddy's talking about here. Very much wanting you to go back to school. And he's saying that you had a dream of things you want to accomplish. And I keep seeing numbers. Do you work with numbers, or did he work with numbers? I keep just seeing numbers flying all over the place.
Spot on.
It's like someone, an accountant. Danielle, your daddy's coming back calling you on you quitting school. You know what daddy's going to be talking about.
But she did. Quit school, yes.
Miss Danielle, you know your daddy. You know what he's saying. Get yourself back in school. So, I know, and I did a TikTok the other day, and it was controversial, and because all I said was, school is coming back up, please talk to your kids about getting back in school. And I know it is, a lot of people like to say, oh, you can have jobs making good money without in school. I think we all know that the vast majority of jobs where you're making decent money do require an education. There are jobs that don't, that make decent money, but job security usually requires an education. And so your dad is more about that. He's more about you wanting security and wanting to be safe. And he was someone who tried to cover all aspects. He's also now changing the subject and talking about Christmas. So this guy was a big Christmas fan, and you do something at Christmas that makes you think about him. There's something done at Christmas that makes you think about him. I feel you almost putting an ornament on the tree.
I just started back to school for nursing.
Good job. Good job. I'm very proud of you. I'm so glad. I'm very proud of you for, your dad's very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. And your dad's over here, well, I am too. So Danielle, your dad and I both are very proud of you for starting back to school. So just know that your dad is proud of you, and he is wanting you to pursue your dreams. He's like, don't give up. Don't give up. You know, I was not going to say this, but he keeps saying, tell her. Nursing school is a kick-ass school, and so just be prepared, which I think you are, but your dad's wanting me to tell you that. And
Ellie girl said, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I got the school job. Thank you so much.
So Miss Nellie on here is thanking me for her getting the school job. I must have read her. And you're welcome, sweetie. Thank you. I love that when people come back and confirm things like that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to confirm. Thank you.
You're talking about hard nursing school.
All right, Danielle, thank you for letting me read your dad. And good luck on school. And what am I saying? No good luck. Just work your ass off because that's what it's going to take. Okay.
Sure.
I wasn't sure because I did the whole dentist thing and we were
Well,
just...
you kind of threw another
We were kind of all over the
dentist in
place.
there, but yeah, it's all good. I mean, I have one if you don't.
No, I just had someone stepping up. I wasn't sure. I had to stop for a moment to see if I was in my head because I don't know. Now we're on this dadgum cowboy theme. So this is a bull. This dude's riding a bull. All right. We have a bull rider. I don't know why somebody would want to do that, but okay. He's riding a bull, and he absolutely got injured one time on it, but went right back to it. He has a dad energy about him. I'm hearing a B name. Like Bill. Bill, Brad, okay. So I'm hearing a B name, and he was a bull rider. He, of course, he passed much. It could have been a Bernard. Yeah, it could be. Bernard. Could y'all tell? And I was kind of, I knew I was not getting it right, but I was just starting to name out B names because I could tell it was a B. You're welcome, Danielle. You're welcome, sweetie. All right. And he rode earlier in his life. He went on to not ride anymore as he got older. He went gray, so he kept his hair long enough to go gray. You know, some men start losing their hair before. I'm going to take a moment as y'all are trying to figure out that little bit of information. Bobby Acock. You know, I don't know about the last name. I did get a B name, like Bill, Brad. It could be Bob. But I don't know about the last name. I just don't. Someone asked what's going on here. So we are doing free readings. And this one is up for grabs. My moderator will pull one, but this isn't one my moderator pulled. This is spirit-led. So far we have a bull rider. I have a dad energy. His name started with a B, like Bill, Bob, Brad. He got injured while he was riding a bull and went back to riding. But he did quit later in life. He didn't ride bulls up until the end of his life. He did quit. He went gray before he didn't lose his hair. It had time to turn gray. He was always involved in that rodeo community. Okay, he was a bull rider through and through. That's Kelly. So if this fits your person, please put yes in the comments. I'm a moderator, just put that on there. So if this is your person, please put yes in the comments. Y'all want me to recap or y'all got it?
Kelly said yes.
Kelly, is this your daddy-o? No, your dad, I think this one has been claimed by Kelly. But let me explain how this works. I don't know if anyone has ever gone to like a big platform event where, you know, you're in an arena and there's tons of people there. So how spirits work is if there is a spirit that a lot of the information will fit, but this one belongs to Kelly. If, yes.
Fire says I'm piggybacking.
Absolutely, you piggyback away, Miss Autumn. I was like, yes, I saw that name. It's called piggybacking. You're right, Miss Autumn Spires. I love that. You piggyback away, honey bun. So that means it's called piggybacking, where a spirit they will use one spirit to give information to multiple people. It's how they work whenever there's only one medium and so many people. All right, Miss Kelly, your daddy is saying that you were there for him right up to the end. And there's something about his passing that makes you feel guilty. And he's very much saying, no, I knew you were there. And I'm feeling like you didn't get to spend enough time with him. We weren't there right at the end. Something about his passing makes you feel guilty. And he says, no way. No way. He couldn't have asked for a better daughter. You put him on a pedestal. He's what I called, you looked at him through rose-colored glasses, which means that you thought of him as a much better person than he actually was. And he's very appreciative of that. You also have, I think I want to take this for a moment because someone came by here and I just, y'all see me, because I get a lot of messages how people talk to me about dealing with trolls, and I don't deal with them all the same because I will tap into them. And someone, it was C. May Lynn, just came through and she put a BS. Instantly when I read that, I got such heartache in my heart. And I don't usually I'm very good at protecting. I don't usually get heartaches like that, but honey, I am so sorry. Miss Malin, y'all do not hear me talk to trolls like this, but I just want to take a moment and surround this person with love, because I got serious heartbreak whenever I tapped into that person. Honey, I am so sorry that you're feeling such heartache in your life. I know people think that psychic mediums don't believe in Jesus or God, and we all have our different little belief systems. But just know that God and Jesus are complete love, and they are the ones that heal. And so please just sit in some meditation. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is in Psalms, and it's, "Be still and know that I am God." And if that is not meditation, I don't know what is. So Miss Maylin, I know you popped on here to try to, I'm so sorry that you have such heartbreak in your life. So do some, truly, God, Jesus, they are the ultimate healers. If you sit and let them just surround you in love, they can heal your soul. Okay, so I'm back to Miss Kelly. Thank you, Miss Kelly, for letting me stop for a moment to address that. Oh my goodness, when I tapped that, I just felt such heartbreak in that child's life. Okay, so your dad is talking about whatever this is that you felt guilty about. No, you made him so proud. He loved you being his daughter. It's like you were just followed after him all the time. You just loved him, and he loved how much you loved him. And man, he's showing me this, you could be a complete tomboy, Kelly, and then dress up and be all spiffy. And your dad always loved that about you. He's also saying that you have really tackled life with such gusto, and that you just keep getting up. You've had some really tough things happen in your life. And since your dad's passing, he shows me there's been he says the hits have just kept coming. So that's how you have felt. The hits kept coming after your dad passed. It was like boom, 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 boom. And so just know that your dad sees just how hard you've been working and how strong you are, and that every day you get up and put that smile on your face and you're like, let's go, let's tackle this day, you make him incredibly proud. He also wants you to know that he can hear you talking to him. So thank you for letting me read your dad. He was a joy, and I so appreciate Miss Autumn on here piggybacking. I appreciate how well you handled that, Autumn. You did a good job. All right, Kelly said nothing but truth there. That's what I strive for. That's what I strive for, nothing but truth. All right. If y'all come to me, actually you'll see it sometimes on here, but if you ever come to me for a one-on-one reading, I had one this afternoon for someone I've read this person a few times, and I was reading him because someone in his past family had recently passed. And so he said, can you squeeze me in? And so I was like, and I did this, and I had this look on my face. He says, I can take it. Just spit it out, Christy. I can take it. Because I will tell you exactly what the Spirit is saying. And they're never judgmental. But sometimes they will give you some truth that you might want to hear, like you need to step up, you need to step out in your faith, you need to start standing in your truth. Those are the kind of messages that Spirit comes through with. They're never judgmental. They are never judgmental. And I do want to address something that has come up a couple of times lately. I've had people ask me is that if you feel like, like you're afraid to come for a reading because you're doing something, you have an addiction or something, and you think Spirit is going to judge you for it. Spirit never even mentions to me if you have an addiction, because an addiction is an outside coping mechanism for an internal problem. What they're going to address is the internal issue. They're going to talk about, the abuse that happened, the relationship you were in that did not do well for you, the financial struggle. So they're going to talk about the soul and heart issue. They're not going to talk about the manifestation, the outward manifestation of that issue. All right. Yeah, I want to do some psychic. Or do you want me to do another reading? Did you have someone picked out?
I have somebody, but
You want me to do them first?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do a one more. We're gonna do one more mediumship before we head into psychic, because my moderator had one picked out.
Jenny's best friend, Mark.
Jimmy's best friend.
Jenny.
Jenny. I was all excited. I thought, yes, I'm getting to read a guy. I don't get to do that very
I'm
often.
just not saying guys' names tonight.
Where's my men? My moderator says he's seeing no men. Men. Hello, men. Are you frightened out there? Do I scare you? I'm teasing. I know I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, my moderator said I do. Is that true? Men. Do I scare y'all? Y'all better be arguing with my moderator. He's saying I scare y'all. So, all right. So, did someone agree with you?
No, somebody said, oh my God, when you said Jimmy, my heart dropped.
Oh. Okay, so Jenny, your best friend, Mark. So, whatever, this guy's very funny. He steps up and now he's instantly all, this that I have going on here. He is talking about, he's like, you are a little bit scary. And I was like, what? And then he busted out laughing like, no, who are we kidding? You're not scary. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this guy, he's funny. He did say, but you're a powerhouse. I've been called worse. I'll take it. He is, Jenny, talking about how y'all had the best time together. And I don't know, you scare us all. Kidding, not somebody. So he dropped in a scene. I don't know if this is if you remember this happening, Jenny, but y'all are sitting on a couch and like one of you is pushing the other off with your feet. Like y'all are teasing each other and you're pushing the other with the feet, and then it ends up just being like this leg fight where y'all are trying to push each other off the couch. And completely ended up on the floor laughing and hysterical. And y'all can make anything fun. Even the best situations, it was just, oh my goodness, the amount of love y'all had for each other was just so fun. And he's also talking about,
Can you hear me when I talk to him?
all spirits can hear you when you talk to them. I'm glad you asked that, because I get asked that a lot. I was in the airport yesterday, and it came up in conversation, and yes, people can hear you when you talk. This lady was at the airport. I don't read people, y'all know that. It came up, and she looked at me, and she said, I don't know why I'm telling you this. And she was telling me her whole life story. I was like, yeah, because I'm a medium. She's like, oh my God, can my mom hear me? So, yes, our spirits can always hear us. Whether you're talking in your head or out loud, they can hear you. You wear something, and I think, that's a cute one, watermelon. You wear something in honor of Mark, Jenny, and he wants you to know how much he appreciates you. Still honoring him, still talking to him, and keeping his memory alive.
She says she couldn't make it back, and she didn't have the courage to talk to his mom.
Reach out to his mom. She wants to talk to anyone. He's telling me, Mark is telling me that he must have been gone for a little while, because after people are gone for a little while, like, it is, harder for us to remember that it's like yesterday to her. We've gone on with our lives, and she is still stuck in his passing. And so a lot of people have stopped talking about him and stopped asking her about him. And there is something about what's going on right now that has really brought his passing to the forefront in her memory. I don't feel like it's his birthday. Did he pass around this time of the year? Something has to happen. I feel like something about his passing, maybe it happened around this time. But reach out to his mom. She would appreciate that. She's just craving someone to message her and bring up her son. She wants to know that people still think about him. He was a beautiful soul. There's something weird about his passing. This is one of those things that every once in a while at night I'll say, I wish you were right here in front of me.
She said he was in a tragic accident.
Yeah, there's something about that accident that is off. Something's off. Was someone else involved? Do you know? Has it ever been talked about, Jenny, that someone else was involved?
She said, I want to know how it happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like there's something iffy there. Yeah, this is one of those times I was like, I wish you were in front of me, because we'd be discussing this. But we're going to leave it like it is, especially because we're on the live. But please.
I have no idea. We stopped talking for a while.
Y'all might have stopped talking for a while, but you could have called him. Y'all had a friendship that he could have called you, or you could have called him, and it would have been like no time had passed.
They had stopped talking for a while to work on themselves, and she appreciates you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. Reach out to his mom. She'd appreciate that. She's wanting someone to know that someone's still talking about her son. I just had, we're about to do psychic now, but I saw a question fly past, and someone said, what do souls do for eternity? I don't want to mess with anyone's belief system. So if you don't believe in reincarnation, you're welcome, Jenny. You're welcome. Something on my jeans. That, our goal is to grow and walk in love and to get closer to that love vibration of God. And we do that by reincarnating and learning lessons. And then when we're in heaven, we're reviewing our past lives, we're helping other souls, we're growing over there. You don't get to sit on your laurels. I was very disappointed when I found that out. That we still have jobs over there. All right. Can we reincarnate as another species? That is something that's very controversial, and I'm honestly not sure. I have friends, we will debate forever. Yes, they do have jobs over there. Someone said, yes, you do have jobs over there. And so I don't want this to become a whole debate on my live, because I know everyone has their own opinion. Me and my friends will even have our own opinions about it. And I don't personally believe that we incarnate as other species on Earth. Do I think that we can incarnate as other species on other planets, like other human equivalent species on other planets? I do. But I don't believe we can, but I hate to stand firm on that, because you don't know what you don't know. Okay. Let's get some psychic going here. Oh. Savannah, was Billy murdered? I'm feeling that he is not I'm feeling that someone else is responsible for his passing.
Natalie, my husband and I are going through marriage counseling. Are we on the right path?
Yes, absolutely. Natalie, you're on the right path.
Felicia, am I currently pregnant?
I do not feel you're currently pregnant. Sammy Haman? Sama? Oh, this is Sama. Yes, I do feel like you're going to get a new job.
Andy, is it time to leave my job and start a new career?
Not quite, Andy. Asked if you were, is it time to leave your job and start a new career? Not quite. I'm feeling that you will. Is it 3 months? I'm feeling 3 to 4 months. Stick it out for just a little while longer. 3 to 4 months.
Amber, will my kids be able to stay at their school or have to go elsewhere?
Okay, Amber. I'm feeling that your kids are going to have to go. Wait a minute. Are her kids going to have to go elsewhere? No. Your kids are going to get to stay at the same school. Sarah.
I was going to say Sarah.
I was going to say Sarah. My moderator said it at the same time. Have I already met my future husband? You have. Yadira, does my brother visit you spiritually? Of course, yes. I mean, everyone that has, even people that we don't know visit us. Your brother messes with your music.
Kylie, will my husband be a truck driver after all?
Will Kylie's husband be a truck driver? Yes. I don't know. I'm getting iffy energy on that. Probably because when I say truck driver, I think of a long distance truck hauling. So I think that he is going to have a different kind of truck business.
Tracy, am I doing everything okay in regards to finally accepting that I'm a medium? I've never gotten that before when someone's asked me that question. Jump right out at me.
I'm getting no. And not that you're not a medium. That's not it. That's not the question that was asked. It was, am I doing everything?
I lost it. I mean, it scrolled.
Something about your training. Something's off about your training.
Am I doing everything necessary or something?
It was like, we lost the question.
Correctly, I think.
Correctly. And something is off about your training. So I'd reevaluate, like who you're taking classes from, who your mentor is. I would reevaluate that.
Brittany, should I get a new job?
Yes. Woo, that came through strong, Brittany. Get yourself a new job. Lordy.
Celeste, will we buy a house in 2023?
Yes, Celeste. I feel a house coming your way in 2023. I do.
Oh, Carolyn, am I doing the right thing with my stepdaughter?
Wow, man, I don't like it like this. Carolyn, are you doing the right thing with your stepdaughter? I'm getting a very strong no. There's something off there. You know, I know it's difficult. Kids are difficult in general. But I'm getting that there needs to be some leniency where you don't want to give it. And I get that. I get how hard it is. I do. But I'm just telling you what I'm getting, honey. I'm sorry because I feel like it's a very tumultuous relationship, and I can feel you trying so hard. I can just feel your heart is in it. Oh my goodness. What else you got?
Well, Ellie, will the relationship with my dad get better?
Yes. I love you in good news like that.
Aaron, will I win in court?
Erin wants to know if she's going to win in court. You know, Erin, I'm getting that it's going to be kind of neutral. So you're not going to get whatever it is you're going for. You're not going to get it the way you want it, but it's not going to be complete lost for you. So Olivia, have you read her? Was my brother Dean Finney? Murdered. Are we getting all these murder questions? But I'm feeling that someone else was responsible for his own passing. He is, the second I said that, I felt into it, and what I was feeling was no, that someone else was responsible for his passing. And then a spirit popped up and was like, he was kind of responsible. So that tells me that he might have put himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was hanging out with people he shouldn't have, but someone else I feel like is responsible for his passing.
Sherry, is my daughter going to have a healthy baby?
Yes.
The doctor put her on meds.
I do feel, Sherry, I do feel your daughter having a healthy baby. Congratulations. I love that.
Frankie, do I have to worry about my dad?
That's an open-ended question, Frankie. Do you have to worry about your dad? I do. I mean, just the broad spectrum question that was asked, I'm feeling yes, you do. It's kind of broad spectrum, but... Sharon asks, is there a younger man, a very younger man falling in love with you? I don't feel that, honey.
Jen Sky, does the guy who shot and killed my husband feel guilty?
Yes. Jen asked if the person who shot and killed her husband feel guilty.
Amanda, will my niece get pregnant?
Amanda wants to know if her niece will get pregnant. I'm feeling yes.
If so, can you narrow down?
Oh. Time frames, people, time frames. Okay, when is Jen's niece going to get pregnant? Is it going to be in 2023? What year are we in now, 2022? I'm feeling the end of this year, beginning of next year, like November, December. I'm going to stick with that, November, December.
SQ, will I find a new place to live soon?
SQ, will he find a new place to live soon? Yes, I'm feeling you will. Okay, Morgan, will my husband and I actually get this inheritance? I'm feeling no. I don't know what's going on there. Is your Aunt Kathy losing her mind?
Aunt Kathy.
I feel like Aunt Kathy is a little bit skewed in her thinking.
Ashley said, my mom's in the ER right now. Do you feel she'd be okay?
That is a hot mess you have going on there, Morgan. I don't know what's going on, but ooh, that is a hot mess. Who wants to know about their mom?
Ashley, mom's in the ER right now. Do you feel like she's going to be okay?
Yes, Miss Ashley, I do feel like your mom's going to be okay. I do. Just keep sending the good vibrations there. So you want to make sure that you are... So envision your mom and surround her energy. My husband was practicing, y'all, sending energy last night.
What was her name?
Ashley. So I'm going to take a moment, surround Ashley's mom in some loving light here. You envision the healing light of God coming down, infiltrating her cells and surrounding her. And now I'm pushing that light out to the doctors and nurses that are helping her out. All right, Ashley. Done. Hopefully your mom's good now.
Autumn Spires, will Evergreen survive treatment?
I'm feeling that, what's her name, Evergreen? Has an uphill battle. I'm feeling that there's going to be a battle at play here. What else you got for me?
Lily, is Michael serious about me?
Yes, Lily, Michael is serious about you. That man keeps his feelings like to himself, though, I'm feeling. He doesn't like put it all out there. He keeps his feelings to himself, so.
Gail wants to know, are we going to purchase a new home in Kentucky?
Yes, Gail, I do feel you're purchasing a new home in Kentucky. Kentucky is is beautiful.
Olivia, am I pregnant right now?
No, Olivia, I don't feel like you're pregnant right now. All right. Ready to go back to some past relatives? Okay. So I will not direct message you. So just know that if you get a direct message from someone, it is a scammer. It is not me. I try to put that there as much as possible. I have a video pinned. It's in my bio. I will not direct message you. If you want a reading from me, you have to go to Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. You choose a date and time, and you get a Zoom link. Not only do you get the Zoom link at the time of booking, you get a reminder 3 days before, the day before, and an hour before, all with the Zoom link. And, oh, I do have some classes coming up. If you have read a spirit before and you're just looking for more in-depth information, I have a advanced mediumship class starting September 14th. There's a few slots left in it. I'm looking forward to that. We just finished intro, so I love rolling into the advanced. What we learn in advance is we learn different techniques about holding spirit longer. How do you handle more than one spirit coming up? How do you handle like a crowd of them without getting them confused? And just other reading techniques and the meanings of things. So that's coming up September 14th. There's not a lot of time to register for that one. The other classes starting in October is I have an Angels class, so that's fun. I have October 25th, I actually have a Zoom event coming up. It will work a lot like this, except there's only 25 people allowed to be there, so your chances of getting a reading are much more prevalent. And then I have the trauma class. That's a book study coming up. Also, if you want to make sure you're kept apprised of what's going on, you can go to my website and get for my mailing list. I just sent an email this morning talking about the advanced mediumship class, and as things get closer, I send out emails for those. Next week, if you're a subscriber, I will be popping on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 7 a.m. to do a quick meditation. Yes, people who are not subscribers will still be able to see it, but the subscribers, I will be able to see their comments, and I will answer a few questions. Not mediumship or anything like that, but just basic, what's going on kind of questions. All right. Is it my turn or yours?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling this is a son, and I'm hearing the Anthony, but y'all called him, of course, Tony. I'm feeling a New York accent, so that kind of Jersey, New York accent type thing. Do we have to pay for the small group one on October 25th? Yes. The one on October 25th is $25. Okay. So I'm feeling a son here. His name, Anthony, Tony. I'm feeling that New York accent. The classic Italian type coloring to him. So I'm feeling the darker hair and darker complected. He was, I'm feeling stockiness to him. I'm not feeling that he was thin or heavy, just kind of stocky. He was about 5'10", a little bit on the shorter side, around 5'10". He could have been Hawaiian. If everything else fits, he absolutely could be a Hawaiian, because I am feeling the dark hair, the dark complexion, and the stocky build that some Samoan type people have. But I'm also feeling the Anthony Tony from New York. It definitely has that kind of East Coast accent. So he would have had to have been from the East Coast, even if he was Hawaiian. Like if he was Hawaiian descent, he'd still have to have that East Coast accent. Because I am definitely hearing that.
A&M's mom just gave a nice recap.
Aww.
Well done, A&M mom.
Yes, A&M mom, well done. Thank you, thank you. That was a nice recap. I love that. All right. Does this fit anyone? Yeah. I don't feel like this is not a Kentucky accent. This is definitely a New York accent. Okay. Mrs. Adams says yes.
Mrs. Adams says yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Someone else at Agape says, my son Anthony. Okay, so let's see if we can narrow us down. Usually I don't do this, but I'm feeling the need to.
Mrs. Adams says 28 years old.
He was in his 20s. So Agape was your son in his 20s also? All right. I think we must be with Mrs. Adams because she had everything and the age.
Agape said yes.
Okay, well, here we go. So I'm going to just start giving out the message. Okay, I have to answer this, sorry. Someone just said, can you tell me if my sister killed herself? She did not. No way. Sometimes I'm kind of like, nope, that question like jumped out at me. No, she did not kill herself. Okay. Now, so I'm going to roll into this message, Mrs. Adams, and we'll make sure it fits you. It could also fit Agape, so y'all just kind of bear with me here, and we'll roll with it. Someone has gotten a tattoo in this child's honor, and I don't think it was a mother. I think it was someone else, but someone has gotten a tattoo in this person's honor. But then also I'm seeing jewelry being worn in his honor also, and that must be by the mother.
Mrs. Adams said his sister.
His sister, okay. I knew someone had. I didn't think it was the mom. All right, very good. Very good confirmation on that. Thank you, Tony. Handsome boy. I want to see.
Said yes.
Okay, very good. Like you see, both of the information is being confirmed. All right, we got some piggybacking going on here, which is fine. I am very much seeing that this gentleman loved people. He loved talking. He was charming. He could be a little bit, what do you call it? Not arrogant. That's not the right word. Opinionated. That's what I want to say. He was a little bit opinionated. He's also showing me that someone in the family still prays for him. And he's acknowledging that he can feel that energy. So I know that people talk about
He could talk a starving dog off a meat wagon.
I have never heard that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Someone, they said that he could talk a starving dog off of a meat wagon.
And
Oh my
Mrs. Adams
goodness.
also said yes.
I love that. Okay. So he's talking about the prayers, that he can feel the vibrations coming back to him. So just know that whenever you say prayers, whenever you talk to your loved ones, they can feel those love vibrations coming across the veil. And so, yes, he can still feel those. He knows how much he's missed. Y'all include him. When there is a family function, something is done to honor him at every single family function. Like if it's Christmas, if it's Thanksgiving, there is always something done to honor him. You know, there's something odd about his passing. Was he not 100%? Was there a possibility, just a possibility, that someone else had something to do with his passing?
Agape accepted that something at every event.
Oh, good job, Agape. Something is done at passing. I mean, at every holiday. So,
And she
you
said
believe
she
so.
believes so, yeah. Mrs.
Okay.
Adams said no.
Okay, very good. Agape said yes, she believes so. All right. This gentleman's also talking about how he was just living his own life, having a good time. This guy loved his life. He did not You keep coming up on my FYP page. Well, welcome, welcome, honey. Karen, it was meant for you to be here. It was meant for you to be here if I kept coming up on your FY page. And he was just living his own life, doing his own thing, and he was so surprised at what his passing did. And this spirit has already been claimed. Someone's asking the age. He was in his 20s when he passed, but he's already been claimed. So he was just shocked at how many people showed up and still talk about him and still mention him to the family. They will come up and still talk about, things that he did, the antics he would pull, and he's so surprised that he still remembered. Because he didn't live his life that way. He just lived his life having a good time. He was all about having a good time. Okay, so I do know that Agape has confirmed that there was something weird in the passing of her Anthony. But for Mrs. Adams, did he die in an accident? Like a very freak kind of accident? No. Okay. That must be the next one stepping up. I could feel... I'm telling you, y'all would think it's joking, but I can feel like I thought, I must be getting to the end of this reading because I could feel energy starting to shift. And I was starting to feel, I have new information coming in, but I thought, maybe it does still fit them, but apparently not. So, we have a new spirit coming in. But it's not spirit-led, is it? You're
this
next?
one is. It was Tony.
Tony?
This one is you.
Right, but there's another spirit stepping in, but it's not my turn still, is it?
Yeah.
Thank y'all for letting me read your Tony.
It's supposed to be me, but
Okay.
you do you.
I am... Oh, this is not... Lord have mercy. Okay. This guy was a fireman. And he died on the job. Someone said, A&M's mom said, it can be your turn. Thank you. Okay. It was supposed to be moderator's turn, but before I could even finish my last reading, the spirit came busting through. So let's see what he's got for me. Okay, I getcha. So I was not going to mention what he was just telling me because it just seemed too out there. And you heard me say that he was a fireman and he died on the fire truck. He actually is showing me the Twin Towers. I feel like this gentleman died in the Twin Towers. I'm still hearing that Anthony name. I heard two names. I heard Anthony and I heard Kevin. A K name. Anthony and a K name. All right, so do we have anyone on here who had a fireman in the family? Could it be someone's birthday who was on 9/11? It could, only if they died, if they were a fireman who died at work. I am 100% sure that, thank you for your service. He took his hat off and did this, and this guy is showing me, like he was Keenan Anthony, but okay. I just read Agape. My dad Kevin died fireman 9/11. Wow.
What?
All right. There we go.
You were reading Agape when the spirit stepped up too.
I was already reading Agape
You were
when the
reading
spirit...
Tony for Agape when the spirit
Okay,
stepped up.
that makes sense now. That makes sense, because I was like, wait a minute, I've already read Agape. And my moderator reminded me that I was reading someone else for her when the spirit stepped up. And so that makes perfect sense, because, man, he was not letting, he wouldn't let me go. All right. Oh, Agape, I'm just a little bit in awe right now, so. You know, this gentleman, it was talking about that just how much he loved his job. And look, he's giving me chills. I don't get chills very often. Just the feeling he got. Those men, a lot of those men felt like when they were driving up there, that was going to be their last. His family would always talk about his antics. It's going to be their last day on earth. He's also talking to me about how impressed he is that they are not forgotten. Like he's stepping up representing a lot of people that passed on 9/11. And, you know, we haven't. There have been a lot of tragedies in this country that we have kind of pushed on. You know, we just don't talk about them anymore. But we still talk about 9/11. And it's still prevalent. And he's so impressed that we still do that. There is a picture that you have hanging of him, that someone has hanging of him that you talk to all the time. And he makes your house make banging noises. I'm just hearing you being in one part of the house, and your house will creak or make a noise in another part.
She said, no, never, and yes, every day. I think talking to the picture.
Yes. Talking to the picture, yeah. So thank you for confirming that. For those of you listening, she confirmed talking to the picture. And then also he wants you to know that he's around you and he makes the house make noises. So just know. All right, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Can't ask for a better spirit to stop on. Someone who passed in 9/11. God rest your soul. So tomorrow night, it will be a subscription only live. If you aren't a subscription person, you can, noises every day. Thank you for confirming that. You can still listen to the live, and I won't be able to see your comments. So next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning at 7 a.m., I'm going to be going live and just doing a meditation for about 25 minutes. I promise you, if you're here every day and do those meditations, it will make a change in your whole outlook. Promise. And you'll get to see me in my sweaty vest coming straight off a workout. And so I have a couple of things going on. Just remember, I will not direct message anyone. I won't. So you can only make a website appointment on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I have a class starting next week, and it is advanced psychic mediumship. It's not truly advanced. It is when you have just members. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is subscription holders. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night, same bat place, different bat time. Okay, so next week I have a advanced mediumship. If you've read anyone, if you're familiar with bringing through a spirit at all, you can take the advanced mediumship class coming up next week. In October, I have an angel class. I have a Zoom event on October 25th, and then I have a book that I'm very excited. A book club. I'm very excited. The meditation days are next week. I also have a TikTok about it. So if you want to go to my page, there's a TikTok that has the dates. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning at 7 a.m. I will go work out. And how do you book the Zoom for mediumship? How do we book? Oh, you go to my website and it's book, and then you click the date and time. And then you calendar opens up for you. You automatically get a Zoom link whenever you book an appointment. You get a Zoom link immediately, and then you get one 3 days before, the day before, and an hour before. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see subscription holders tomorrow night. Good night, y'all.